to your colorful chemistry class. In the last class, we discussed about a titration acid-base reaction where you enjoyed a change in color, that is sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid. In the presence of phenolphthalein, it turns to pale pink, which is known as neutralization reaction. In today's class, I am going to explain few of the apparatus or the things which are going to use in the chemical laboratory. Now for the first, this is known as tripod stand. Tripod stand. This is named after because tri means three. There are three legs, right? It is made up of three legs. Hence it is known as tripod stand. This is used to heat any of the solutions, okay, with the help of Bunsen burner. Okay, this is called tripod stand, used to keep the apparatus just like this. For example, used to keep the apparatus and heat at the time of reaction. I'll repeat, this is known as tripod stand. Why? Because it is three legs. It is made up of metal. Okay, it's made up of metal and hence known as tripod stand. Next, we shall know about evaporating dish. This is made up of porcelain. What it is made up of? Porcelain. And this is evaporating dish. And the use of this apparatus is to evaporate any of the liquid chemicals during the chemical reactions. Just to evaporate and just to collect all the gas fumes through the gas tube. For that purpose, this evaporating dish is used. Next, this is known as mortar and pestle. I hope in your kitchen your mom uses this to grind or crush the solid materials. The same thing in the laboratory. Most of the salts, if they are crystalline means the table salt what you use, it will be very crystalline, right? So that texture is known as crystalline, and we used to take the salt and we used to grind this. So this is mortar and this is pestle. Fine? And the uses is to crush and to grind the solid crystalline salts. Next we have wire mesh. This is called the wire mesh. It is made up of iron and at the center it is coated with asbestos. Asbestos is a sort of material which increases the rate of heat. So this wire mesh is used to heat, just to keep it on the tripod stand and keep this evaporating dish or the beakers under the Bunsen burner. This will be the complete method of performing the reactions. I hope I am clear. Let me repeat this. This is called the wire mesh, which is made up of iron and center it is coated with asbestos. Now let's know about this apparatus known as Bunsen burner. So this is connected to the gas cylinder. So you can just maximize and minimize the flame, okay, high and low. And when the flame comes, you can use it to heat any of the reactions and so in the chemical laboratory. So dear students, as from the beginning I keep on telling you that you should be very careful once you enter the chemical laboratory. Why? Because we are going to use certain igniting things and also the fuel like gas cylinder, everything. We should not be afraid of these things, but precautions is very much important. This is known as Bunsen burner. Next, this is known as spirit lamp. We have a wick, okay, wick is there, and inside this it will be filled with spirit so that it can be used to heat the mild reactions. Say for example, you will take the tongs or the holder, you will hold the test tube and heat it. This is what we call as spirit lamp. Let me show you. So this is the test tube holder. There will be just to tight and free the test tube. You can just fix it and see that once it is tight only you will leave the test tube. This is already fixed, and this is what we call it as spirit lamp. Once it is ignited with the help of spirit, you can heat it and shake it. This is how we perform the reactions. All these things you will use in your higher classes like 8th standard and 9th standard. Meanwhile, you should know the names of different apparatus which we use in the laboratory. So this is spirit lamp with wick and spirit as a fuel. Next we have reagent bottle. Reagent bottle may be colorless or white in color. We have a lid. All the chemicals like, so these are all the chemicals which are available in the market. That is the chemicals, the solutions, acids, bases. We fill to this reagent bottle and it will be labeled, and then we can keep it in the rack for performing various reactions. This is known as reagent bottle. It may be colorless or it may be white in color. This is used to store the chemicals in the laboratory in the rack. Next we have a glass rod. This is made up of solid glass just to stir the solutions. For example, you will just add solution, and if it has to be mixed, you will use this glass rod just to stir. This is the complete use of this glass rod. So usually in the kitchen we used to serve. The serving spoons will be there to serve the sambar or tiling sambar, whatever it is. The same way, to stir in the chemical laboratory, we are going to use the glass rod. Next we have watch glass. Okay, this is the tiny apparatus where most of the solutions are taken in this and help in the operating, and also sometimes to take some of the specimens in biology also. We'll just take it in the watch glass. This is known as watch glass. It may be, the sizes may be varied, but this particular structure or the apparatus is termed as watch glass. As earlier I told you, this is the test tube holder. Whatever the scientific name they have given, they are named after their uses. So this is used to hold the test tube, and hence they are known as test tube holders. I showed you earlier, same thing, just you have to fix this test tube. Okay, and then you have to hold it like this. Until and unless it is tight, you can't leave this hand, or else the test tube will break. You should avoid all the breakages in the laboratory, and that comes only when you are very alert and cautious about your work. So dear students, today we have discussed to know about the apparatus known as tripod stand, then mortar and pestle, evaporating dish, wire mesh, Bunsen burner, spirit lamp, reagent bottle, test tube holder, glass rod, watch glass. Let me show you. This is the tripod stand. So dear students, these are all the apparatus which we use in the chemical laboratory to perform different reactions. This is how the great scientists and the chemists, they worked on in getting most of the drugs, the paracetamols and pharmaceutical products. I hope you have understood. So everything, once you reach the school, you can see by your eyes and you can feel it. Just watch the video at least 3 times and refer the textbook for more information. If you have any doubts, just children, meet you in my next chemistry colorful class. Still then, be happy.